recovery class today. So this class is aimed at stretching for your whole body from head to toe. We're going to be stretching the major muscle groups while working on a little bit of relaxation as well. The thing to remember about this class is that you need to listen to your own body, especially when you're doing some of the deeper stretches. It's important to make sure that you're not holding your breath, you can still breathe, and that it feels like a comfortable stretch. Anything short and sharp means you're stretching a little bit too far. The thing is, you can use this recording and do it a few times if you want to over the course of the next few weeks, and then that'll give you a chance to work on your flexibility and things as you go. And we're going to start off standing, we're going to mobilise the joints and get ourselves going, and then we're going to go down onto the floor. Because of that, I feel more comfortable doing this in my bare feet or my socks, so it's up to you whether you want to do the same or whether you'd rather keep your trainers on. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so when you're ready, get your feet hip distance apart. To measure, take your heel into the arch of the opposite foot and then take it back again. Rock yourself forward onto your toes and back onto your heels, and keep rocking forward and back. Stop yourself when you can balance across your heels and the balls of your feet and still be able to wiggle your toes. Lengthen through your legs with a soft bend in your knees and your hips facing forward like headlights. Lengthen through your spine with the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Drop your chin down with your eyes straight forward towards the horizon. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears and relax. And again, and relax. So as you drop your shoulders back and down, you're aiming for a stretch across your chest. You want your shoulder blades to be tucked down in towards your back. Pop your hands on your hips and gently rock your pelvis forward and back. As you rock, you want to use the strength across the bottom of your stomach to move your hips. Now hold your hips at the point where your hip bones are definitely pointing forward and you can feel that strong pull across the bottom of your stomach. Now tighten your belt all the way around. So imagine you've got 10 notches on your belt and you're taking it right up to the 10th notch. Gradually take it down to 9, 8, 7, 6 and hold it at 5. So at 5 you're aware you've got stomach muscles, it's just not a stress or strain to hold it. Next it's a pelvic floor, so it's our slinger muscles from the front to the back and it acts like a lift. So you want to take it right up to the 10th floor, bum relaxed and legs relaxed, and gradually take it down to 9, 8, 7, 6 and hold it at 5. Lastly it's a breath, so hands over the top of the ribs, fingertips together, take a nice big deep breath in and out. So as you take your deep breaths, you're trying to keep your neck and your shoulders as relaxed as you can and keeping the pull through your belt and your lift. And relax. So you're aiming to try and keep this all engaged as we work through. So when you're ready, bend your knees and push your hips back. Float your arms up as you gently come up onto your toes and down. So we're just gently moving the body, pushing the hips back, making sure our corset's working. So you can feel your stomach working as your hips go down. As you come up onto your toes, you're lengthening through the ankles, slowly lifting the arms up, keeping the tension out of the neck and the shoulders. Let's do one more. And relax, standing tall. From here, tighten your corset as you gently lift your leg up and down. So you want to consciously replace your feet back to hip distance apart between each one. You're tightening across your stomach as you lift your leg up. Try and keep your body weight in the centre as much as you can. To advance, try turning your shoulders as you lift your knee. So we're gently mobilising the spine, warming up your waist, working on your balance. Let's make this your last one. And relax. Feet underneath the hips and arms by your side. From here, let your hand reach down the length of your leg. Slowly come back into the middle as you lengthen through the crown of your head. Then let your arm go to the other side. So what we're doing is we're trying to get that spine to move from one side to the other. You're trying to avoid pushing your hips over to the side. You're trying to use your stomach muscles to help you control. Come back into the centre and then gently roll the shoulders up, back and round. So using the full range, opening up across the chest and the shoulder blades. And change direction. Good. And relax. Next, it's the neck. So I want you to bring your ear over towards your shoulder. Let your chin roll along your chest till your ear meets the opposite shoulder. Then lift straight up. Over, forward and round, and lift. Change direction. So you want to feel this stretch on the side of your neck and round the back. Good. And relax. Now we're going to go for a nice slow roll down. So when you're ready, I want you to drop your chin to your chest, pull your stomach through towards your back as you gradually allow your upper body to come down towards the floor. Lengthening the back of the legs, trying to keep the upper body as relaxed as you can. Make sure you're balanced across the full length of your feet. Nice and gently roll up, tucking the chin in towards the chest, pulling your stomach through towards your back as you gradually stack the spine again, one vertebrae at a time, rolling the shoulders back and bringing your head back last. I'll just show you that again from the side as you do your second time. Drop the chin to the chest and roll. So the aim is to encourage a nice deep stretch through the back of the legs, up and into the lower back. As I said before, it's important to listen to your body and only go as far as feels comfortable. Nice and gently, drop the chin to the chest, roll it up. Stacking the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Gradually roll the shoulders back and bring your head back last. Perfect. Right, now we're going to go down onto the floor. So I'm just going to change my camera angle as you get yourselves comfortable on the floor. So I want you to get yourself into a comfortable seated position. So I'm quite comfortable sitting with my legs crossed, but if you'd rather have your legs straight out in front, then that's fine. As long as both legs are doing the same thing, just to make sure that your pelvis is neutral. So as you sit nice and tall, I want you to lengthen through the crown of the head and drop the shoulders back and down. From here, I want you to roll the shoulders back, place one hand at the bottom of the back, followed by the other. Lifting up through the chest, you're going to encourage your elbows to come together to get a nice stretch across your chest. Keeping the legs nice and relaxed. Nice deep breaths. Nice and gently come in. Roll your shoulders forward, clasp your hands together. Let your hands come away as you drop your chin down towards your chest. Now you're trying to encourage your elbows to either side of the room as you drop your chin down, lengthening through the top of your head. Getting that stretch across the top of the back and through the neck. And relax. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do a little stretch for the hamstrings now. So I'm wanting you to stretch your legs out in front of you if you can. Both feet shoulder width apart if you can. If you'd like to go a little bit wider, then you're more than welcome. Now what we're going to do from here is we're going to do one side at a time. So I'd like you to bend one knee and get the foot onto the inside of the leg. Now the further or closer in towards the midline of the body, the more advanced that the stretch is going to be, and it's going to open up across the hips here. So bear that in mind when you choose your position for your foot. I want you to sit up nice and tall, and I'm looking towards my foot on that extended leg. Big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to drop the chest down towards the knee, reaching the hands down towards your foot, and hold the stretch. You're going to feel this right up the back of the thigh, in towards the back of the knee. Nice and gently roll up, and again lengthening through the crown of the head again. Big deep breath in, and drop again. Chin to the chest. Drop the chest down to the knee, reach the hands down towards the foot. And slowly come up. Always remember to keep breathing. And swap sides. So extend the opposite leg, bring the other leg in, sitting nice and tall. Breathe in, breathe out, reach forward and down. And come up again. Now you might find that one side you're able to go a little bit further on than the other. That's okay. Just listen to your body, as I say, and make sure that you're keeping that long, slow, deep breaths. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, go down again. And relax. Okay, this time we're going to do it the same again, but with both legs extended out in front. So this time you're going to feel the stretch through the back of the hamstrings, but you're also going to feel it going in towards the lower back. Please remember, you only stretch as far as feels comfortable for you, that you're feeling it in the areas that I've just highlighted. So it's big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slide your hands along the length of your legs towards your feet as you bring your chest down towards your knees. Take a hold of your feet or your ankles, wherever you can hold. And nice deep breaths. Nice and gently come in, lengthen through the crown of the head, shoulders back and down. Breathe in, breathe out, and again. Reaching forward, lengthening through the top of the head. Trying to go a little bit further this time if you can. Good. And relax up. Now this time you're going to pull your toes back towards you. So you're going to, your heels are going to be lifted slightly off the floor, pulling your toes back towards you from there. I'm going to scoot back just so that you can see, pulling toes up from there. Now as you pull back, you want to feel the stretch down in towards the back of the legs if you can. So when you're ready, big deep breath in, breathe out, reach forward. Pull in there, getting that stretch into the back of the legs. Good. Lengthen up through and relax. Perfect. Now from here we're going to stay in that seated position, but you're going to bring the soles of your feet together with your knees out to the side. So this is going to stretch through the hips and into the inner thighs. So from here you're sitting nice and tall, your sit bones are down onto the floor. You're going to take both hands and hold onto your ankles or your feet, whatever feels most comfortable. You're going to keep your chest up nice and high. You're going to take a big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring your heels in towards the midline of your body, allowing your knees to fall out to the side. This is going to help and advance that stretch through into the inner thighs and across the hips. Feel free to move your hands into a more comfortable position if it allows you to stop straining in through the upper body. You want to be able to bring your chest forward slightly. Nice deep breaths. If you can bring that feet in a little bit further, give it a try. But if you'd like to advance it, place your elbows to the inside of the knees, holding onto the ankles. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Breathe in, breathe out. Apply a little bit of pressure just to encourage the knees down and away from you to get a slightly deeper stretch. Nice deep breaths. Good. And bring it up, bringing your feet in and together. Now this next one I'm going to show you side on, and this is a good stretch for stretching out through your back. It's also going to get you across the side of the hip and into that piriformis as well. Piriformis is right into the lower back and to the top of the bum, quite a common place where a lot of people carry a little bit of tension, so I'm going to hopefully allow you a stretch for that as well just now. So as you can see, I'm sitting tall with my legs out in front, so I'd like you to bend your right knee and place your right foot flat on the floor. You're going to place your right hand back behind you, forward, back behind you, and you're going to take your left arm extended round to the outside of the right knee. You're going to lift up through your chest, big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to look over the right shoulder, encouraging a stretch round your waist. Nice deep breaths. It's important that you keep your chest tall, lengthening through the crown of your head. Nice and gently come in and release. You're now, if you can, going to take that right foot across to the other side of the left leg. Now, the closer this foot is up towards you, the more advanced the stretch, and it's going to go a little bit deeper into that piriformis that I mentioned, but you can take it a little bit further out if you want to, so it's entirely up to you. Exactly the same again, so right arm back, left arm to the outer side, lift up through your chest, look over your shoulder, nice deep breaths. So this time you're resisting against that right leg, trying to encourage a bit more of a stretch through into the lower back, across the hip and round the waist. And relax. Now we're going to switch to the other side. So this time it's the left foot flat on the floor, left hand back behind, lengthen through the crown of the head, take the right arm round and across, breathe in, breathe out, look over the shoulder, encouraging a stretch through as you go. Good, ease off, relax, come in. Now take that foot across to the other side, placing that foot down onto the floor if you can. Left hand still back behind, that right arm comes round again. Lift up through the chest, look over the shoulder, trying to get that stretch across the hip and into the lower back. Nice deep breaths. Good. And relax. Okay, from here we're going to scoot down and we're going to lie on our back. So I want you to lie down, getting your upper body comfortable. Now you may prefer to have a pillow or a cushion underneath your head. It's just going to help you support that neck and shoulders a little bit more if you want to. Now from here I want you to extend your legs so your foot goes up towards the ceiling. You're going to take both hands and you're going to place them round the back of the hamstring here. So you're not supporting and pulling on the back of the knee, you're pulling it onto the back of the thigh. If this doesn't feel comfortable this way, you can use a towel and wrap it around the back of your leg to encourage your leg towards you without straining and lifting through the upper body. The aim of this is to get that knee as straight as you can and pull and encourage that leg as close towards you so you get a nice deep stretch. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, push your heel towards the ceiling so you get that stretch down into your calf. Let that foot relax, keeping that leg extended. You're going to extend your lower leg, trying to keep your lower back down. Now if you feel your lower back arching, or if you see this top knee bending when you extend that leg, that's a sign that you need to keep that leg bent underneath, just so that you can keep the stretch on the hamstrings. Good, bend both knees and let's switch. So other leg up, hands round the back of the hamstring. Encourage the leg in and towards you. Breathe in, breathe out, push the heel to the roof. Again, same as last time, if you can, lengthen that opposite leg, trying to keep the lower back down. Most importantly, this leg should be nice and straight. Good, bend both knees, both feet flat on the floor. Next, we're going to do a stretch for that target in that piriformis, so into the lower back and across the hip. So I'd like you to place your right foot across your left knee or thigh. Now, as you do this, this might be enough of a stretch. You're going to feel it through the side of the hips, as I said. Some of you might find that your knee is coming up towards your head. That's a sign that you're quite tight across that area, so this is a good place for you to start. And you can encourage a little bit of a stretch by pushing that knee away from you just slightly. If you'd like to advance it, you're going to lift the foot that's down onto the floor up towards you, bringing the knee into the chest. You're going to wrap both hands round the back of the hamstring as you encourage your knee in as close as you can. Now this is going to get that deeper stretch as you pull it in. Again, you can use that towel round the back of your hamstrings that we mentioned earlier if you want to keep the stretch without straining the upper body. Try and really pull that knee in as closely as you can. Ease off, unravel, and swap to the other side. So other leg across, foot off the floor, hands round the back of the hamstring. Encourage and pull that knee in towards your chest. Nice deep breaths. Make sure you're pulling it in nice and closely. and relax. Now unravel. Now lengthen your legs along the mat and gently roll over onto your front. Some of you may prefer to do this one on your side. This is a stretch for your quadriceps, or right into the front of the thigh. So it's up to you whether you want to lie on your front or your side. But if you're lying on your front, you're going to let your head supported by your forearm. You're going to take your free hand to take a hold of your foot or your ankle. You're going to encourage your knees to stay together, and you're going to push your hips down into the floor. So you're going to get a nice deep stretch across the front of the thigh. Ease off and swap over. So support the head with the opposite hand. Free hand, take a hold of the foot or the ankle. Knees together, push your hips down to the floor. And relax. From here we're going to sit into child's pose. So you're going to come up into a box position, then you're going to bring your knees in underneath you. From here you're going to allow your chest to come down, and you're going to extend your arms either ahead of you here or round behind. As you hold this stretch, you're trying to get your knees and your feet hip distance apart, and you're trying to allow yourself to relax down. So a really good stretch for opening up across your back, especially into the lower back. Good, and up you come. Bring yourself round again. We're back into that comfortable seated position again. From here we're going to stretch off through across the shoulders. So sitting nice and tall, you're going to bring one arm across. You're going to support it above or below the elbow and pull it in towards you. Make sure the shoulders are back and down, and you're feeling that stretch across the length of the shoulder. Ease off and swap to the other side. So other arm across, support above or below the elbow, and gently pull it in towards you. Good. And relax. Now you're going to go back to that first arm. You're going to take it right up towards the ceiling. You're going to bend the elbow so the hand comes behind, touching, aiming for between the shoulder blades if you can. If this is too much of a stretch, then go for the back of the knee, back of the neck or the back of the head. You want that hand to be as far down as you can. You're going to take your opposite hand to encourage a little bit of a stretch right up the back of the tricep there, so the back of the arm. Keeping yourself nice and tall, deep breaths. From here, you're going to extend that arm again, and then you're going to bring it over the top. So you're opening up through the ribs, getting a nice stretch through your side. To advance this stretch, bring this arm down. Bring both legs over to the side. Support onto the opposite hand, and we're going to go into the mermaid stretch. So you bring your arm across. To advance, you lift your hips forward and up, and then reach the hand down and away. So you're opening up across the ribs. Right down the side here. And relax. Again, go into the other side. So, bring the arm up, bend the elbow, bring the hand in between the shoulder blades, free hand round the back, encouraging a bit of a deeper stretch if you can, keeping yourself tall. Now bring that arm up, stretch it over, stretching out through the side of the ribs. If you're happy with this option, stay with this. To advance, you're going to bring that legs over to the side, and we're into the mermaid again. So other hand down, chest up, breathe in, breathe out, lift the hips up as you bring the arm up and over. Nice deep breaths. Good. And relax. Okay, finally we're going to do a little bit of relaxation. So this is where I want you to lie in a comfortable position for you. So this can be on your front or your back. Some people prefer to get comfortable onto their side as well. When you do find your comfortable position, I just want you to close your eyes. This is all about just going through a little bit of relaxation, meditation, just to try and unwind and relax the body a little bit more. So I'll give you a little bit of time just so you can find a comfortable position for you before we start. So when you're ready, take nice deep breaths in. As you exhale, drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. Each time you exhale, allow your body to release some tension. Begin with your neck and across your shoulders. Work your way down your spine, across your lower back and into your hips. Work your way down each leg, through the knees, the ankles and into the feet. Go back up into the shoulders and work your way down each arm, through the elbows, the wrists and into the hands. As you take your deep breaths, use the full size of your lungs. Each time you exhale, allow your body to relax deep down into the mat. Big deep breath in and out. Make this your last one and relax. And that's you. Thank you very much. Take your time. Come up to standing when you're ready. There's no rush. And that's you been through a nice stretch and recovery class with myself. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know how you get on. Thank you.